Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm excited to share with you my budget and how I do my budgeting and love to talk to people about budgeting. And so if you have budgeting questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you are one of the subscribers, thank you so much for your support. I am so happy that you keep coming back and checking out how I do my budget, and hopefully this content is giving you what you need to be successful in your budget. So we're doing closing out Paycheck 1 because it's time to set up Paycheck 2. And I'm going to show you how I take something that I've put in Paycheck 1 and move it to Paycheck 2 so everything stays balanced, because I need it to match my bank account, not necessarily what I think it should say. So it's very simple to do. As you can see, I have everything written out here because as something comes out of the bank, when the mortgage came out, I made a note of it, and I forgot to draw my line. Draw a line over here because there was no over or under. It just stayed the same. And personal money came out for my husband. Tithing to Greater Europe missionaries came out. Helping Hands at our church came out. And then that big $1,600 bill to pay our vehicle, that came out, and very happy that's done and over with. Natural gas, that came out, Amazon Music, and CBS All Access. What did not come out was this Humana Health. So what I have to do, or I don't have to, but I'm going to do, is just put $0 and then put over here $4.59 here. Now that just means over, not necessarily over, it just didn't clear, so the money's still there. That's all that tells me right there. Now, to finish out this Paycheck 1 and truly close it out, I'm going to take my notes from my weekly check-in, and you'll see this in the weekly check-in if you watch this video, the totals that I spent in my categories. So, for my grocery household here, I budget $300, but the day before paycheck, I decided to go ahead and spend one more time, and mainly because I won't be out and about tomorrow, which is Friday and payday. I went ahead and I was out this morning. I went ahead and went shopping today. And I buy a lot of bulk stuff at the beginning of the month and then do less at the end of the month. So I actually spent $406.10. Yes, over budget. So I'm going to put a negative $106.10 here, which I'm okay with because I didn't actually have money come out for the Humana Health. And so we're still good as far as cash flow in the bank. And before I go any further, I just realized I have not zoomed you guys in. So let me take a second and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So that's a better look at the numbers, and hopefully you can read them better. So there's that I was talking about earlier, and we are down here in my spending categories. So the biggest game changer for me to staying on top of my budget has been tracking the spending categories. I mean, really sitting there counting for every penny that comes in and out in these areas, because all these bills up here are usually one and done. And once they're cleared, that's it. I don't have to think about it. But spending categories are not one and done. You have to focus and pay attention on how you spend in those spending categories. So here we go. Restaurants, I spent a lot less than we normally did. I know my husband was out to sea for most of that time, so that's probably why we didn't go out, do date nights or anything like that. So we spent $78.39. So that leaves us, let's do the math, $200 minus the $78.39. It gave us $121.61. And that right there alone covers what I went over in groceries anyway. So that's not that big a deal. I spent a whopping $0.00 on the miscellaneous, which is very surprising. I normally spend in that category. So I have $150 there that I'm just going to balance forward to next pay. And I've already kind of got that set up in my weekly check-in. And then gasoline, $62.50. We spent $29.03. So let's do the math. That leaves $33.90, I'm sorry, 47 cents. There we go. And then I forgot to put in the Paycheck 1 time frame this allergy and asthma. So it's kind of over $100 there. And I just put down, I just give them $100 for allergy and asthma to cover office visits and allergy shots. That's what I go there for. And so after I give them $100, they just deduct out of that $100 every time I get my shots until it runs low. And then they're like, okay, we need more money. I'm like, okay. So hopefully within the next year or so, I should be done with allergy shots. I don't know, but we will see. Okay, so now what we do from this point is total up our actuals. The actuals are very important because this is what actually came out of your bank account and this is what you actually spent in your Paycheck 1 time period. And it should be under what the deposits were for. And I think we'll be good this month because I planned for the high price items that had to come out and everything else was pretty regular. And any overages I had over here in the spending categories or that I forgot a bill to put in for this time frame, it definitely was covered. So there was no issues there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to total this up and I will be right back. Okay, so here's our total, $4,925.48. So let me get this number written down here at the bottom. If I can get my notebook moved up. There we go. So $4,925.48. There we go. So as you can see, we spent a lot less than we budgeted for, which is really good so that we can take care of all of our needs. And then we're going to make this a negative number. And I'm going to add the deposits, $7,105.47. And that left us with $2,179.99. Okay. So that is how I close out paycheck number 1. There you go. I'm going to pull you guys back out for a second. Okay, that's the numbers for paycheck 1, and paycheck 1 is closed out and we're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break for just a second. I'm going to double check this with my bank account because I haven't done that yet. I usually do that before I film, but I just didn't do it this time. I don't know why. So I'm going to double check it. If I need to make adjustments, I will make the adjustments here and then we'll go ahead and set up paycheck 2. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So numbers look great. I checked the bank account with it. That's the number we need there. And so I'm going to balance forward this number here and I'm going to put that up here. And that is going to be the $2,179.99. And then I'm also going to put salary overtime right there. And because I know how much that is, I'm going to go ahead and mark it down here to the penny. $2,901.13. So my husband did go out to sea. When he goes out to sea as a contractor for the Navy, he gets extra pay for his job. So that's just the way it works. I'm going to leave space, a couple lines here for anything else that may pop up. Who knows? Random things happen all the time. And yeah, we're going to come down and we're going to do our expenses. So the way I do that is I take what's on the calendar for paycheck 2. It's going to be the 5th through the 18th. So the 5th through the 18th has Humana Health, our Tithe, Instant Ink, and Geico, and then life insurance. Is it through the 15th? No, through the 18th. Okay, life insurance, electric, and that's it. So I'm going to fill this out, and I will be right back. Then I'll zoom you in, and you can see exactly where we're spending our money and where it's going and go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So I've gotten everything written down. I'll write these totals down just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in, and we're going to work our way through Paycheck 2. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to pop the sheet out so it'll be easier for me to write. I'm going to total up these numbers, and let's get started. So $2,179.99 carried over from Paycheck 1 to Paycheck 2. That's what we're starting our beginning balance with just for this time frame. And then I add $2,901.13. This is my husband's salary plus overtime that for going out to sea. I have to wait and see his paycheck stub. He won't get that until tomorrow once the deposit's fully made in his account. But once that is, I might have to see if this number is also reduced by the overpayment made in the 1st of January, because they haven't taken the extra money out, and I need to check on that. And if they did, then that's fine. I just want to make sure they've already taken that money out and I'm not waiting for it to happen down the road. So let's total those two together. That gives us $81.12. So that's a good beginning there. And then let's work our way down here. So right now we have $459 that didn't get taken out of Paycheck 1 that is now being taken out of Paycheck 2 for Humana Health. This is my son's insurance. I did not mark on the calendar because this is not a reoccurring expense. But my husband does pay travel expenses and then they reimburse him. So $250 did come out of the account, and I'm going to account for it here. So I'm going to add that. And what I do with that is it will be covered by a savings we have. We have like over $700 in savings just for his travel expenses, so that the same $700 is being used over and over again, because it gets spent and then it gets paid back to us. It gets spent and paid back to us. So when you have that money set aside and it just cycles back and forth, it's not that big a deal. $310 is the tithe we give to the general fund in our church. $12.71 is my instant ink for things that I print, like these sheets. Let's see. Geico is $107.43. And then Sling is $50, and then life insurance is $87.56 for 4 people, and then electric is $93.69. And now we're going to go into the grocery household spending categories. Okay, I am back. I realized my silly mistake. When I put my grocery, household, restaurant, miscellaneous, and gasoline, I only put in for 1 week. This is a 2-week paycheck period. So I was confusing my weekly check-in amounts with my paycheck amounts. So my paychecks are usually based on either 1 week's or 2 weeks pay periods, depending on when the paydays fall. And I completely forgot that. So sorry about that blunder there. I have the actual total, actual numbers correct now. What I had to do was refer back to my weekly check-in, which is back here, and take these totals here, which were the same numbers I originally wrote, plus week 3's budget amount to come up with the correct budget. That's why my number was so high at the end, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? So if you're doing multiple ways of budgeting and all these different styles, you just keep in mind you're going to make a mistake or two like this, and it's okay. So let's zoom back in, and you can see the final numbers. Okay, so my total now looks more accurate. It went from $2,281 to $2,000. Get it all on the screen here. There we go. Not gonna write. $2,700 $794.37. My spending categories had to be higher, so let's go over what that was. Grocery household went up to $393.90. So instead of just under $200, it's almost $400, which is sounds much better for 2 weeks, and definitely doable for 2 weeks. Restaurants are pretty high, so if I need to borrow from that category to get groceries, I could do that. Miscellaneous, we just haven't spent anything yet. Usually our spending patterns we have, and we haven't done that, so I don't know. But it's still early in the month, so give me some time. I'll find something to spend it on. Gasoline, plenty gasoline in the next couple weeks. We're not really driving anywhere. My husband barely drives to work, so it's not that big a deal. So that's what we have there. So there's the total. I'm going to make that number a negative, and then I'm going to add what the deposits are. So $5,081.12. I know that was going to happen. I had to do it again. So, don't think I made it a negative. I don't know what I did. There we go. Let's do it the right way. All right. Subtract $2,794.37. There we go. Now the number's right. So really the numbers just flipped, which is fine by me. We still have $2,286.75. 600 of that, I think 630, so 630. It normally would be in $1,600 range, but 630 that was overtime money. I'm just going to keep carrying it over through the Paycheck 2 into Paycheck 3, and Paycheck 3 is where I decide how much money goes into savings. And with overtime, I need to see my husband's pay stub before I make the decision, but anything above and beyond his regular salary, our goals and intention is to deposit that into the savings account. And our goal every month at a minimum is to put $1,000 away. At a maximum for sure to kind of hit our long-term goal is to put, $1,600 away, or just under $1,600. So that is that. So that is how you do a paycheck to paycheck budgets. And these are budget sheets. These budget sheets I actually sell on my Etsy store. You can find them on Lisa's Faith Budget Plan and check those out. They're relatively inexpensive budget sheets. You can print them and use them over and over and over again. So absolutely love that. And if you like the design, you can print them in color. You can print them in black and white, whatever you want. And I have them for each style of budgeting. So you get to pick and choose what you want to buy in your budgeting sheets. So check those out on Etsy, and I have a link or URL in the description box so you can copy and paste and check it out. So I hope you like this video. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.